Okay, so there's this quiet revolution happening right inside your bank account. And no, it's not about interest rates or anything like that. It's called open banking. And it boils down to one really simple but totally powerful idea. Your financial data belongs to you. So let's dive in and break down what that actually means for all of us.
All right, let's kick things off with a problem that, a lot of us have probably felt at some point. You know that feeling, right? That sinking pit in your stomach when you apply for something you really need? A phone, a place to live, maybe a small loan, and you just get that dreaded computer says no? For millions of people, this isn't just a one-time thing. It's a wall they keep hitting over and over again.
Yeah, this quote from Rob Hasco, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? He's an entrepreneur who moved to the UK, had a good job and everything, but the system basically saw him as a ghost. He was credit invisible. And get this, the only way for him to prove he was trustworthy with money was to take out a credit card with a crazy high, like 40% interest rate. It's this total catch-22. The system forces you to take on bad credit just to build good credit. How does that make any sense? And look, we're not talking about some tiny niche group of people here. This is a huge deal for so many of us. We're talking about immigrants, yeah, but also young adults just starting out, all those folks in the gig economy. And how about renters? You make that huge rent payment on time every single month, and it usually doesn't even count. The whole point is, the traditional system is stuck in the past. It just wasn't built for how we actually live and work today.
So, you might be asking, okay, how do we fix a system that's so broken? Well, the answer isn't just a little tweak here or there. It's not a patch job. It's about ripping out and replacing the old, rusty pipes of the financial world, the very plumbing that connects everything.
Okay, for the longest time, if you wanted to connect, say, a budgeting app to your bank, you had to do something kind of sketchy. It's called screen scraping. And it meant you had to literally give that app your banking username and your password. I know, right? Then some software robot would log in as you and just scrape all your data. It could see everything. Open banking throws that whole idea in the trash. Instead, it uses a secure digital key. You give an app permission to see only what it needs and only for a little while. So much better, so much safer. So the magic behind all this is something called an API. That stands for Application Programming Interface. But don't worry about the jargon. Just think of it exactly like the slide says. It's secure digital plumbing. It's like a special protected pipe that connects your bank directly to an app you've approved. They can talk to each other safely, but here's the key thing. You never, ever have to hand over your password. Your login info stays locked up safe and sound with your bank. And this new plumbing, it's not just a small fix. No way. This is sparking a full-blown financial revolution, and it's happening all over the world. But what's really cool is seeing how different countries are all taking their own unique approach to it. It's like a massive global experiment. So you can basically see three main flavors of this revolution playing out. You've got the UK, where the government stepped in and said, hey, big banks, you have to open up, all to get more competition. Then there's Brazil, where the focus was all on payments, with the central bank pushing for new tech to include more people in the financial system. And then you have the US, where it's been more of a Wild West situation. The innovative companies led the charge, and now the government is kind of playing catch-up to set the rules. So three really different roads, but they're all heading to the same place, putting you in control. But then you have countries like India, who took a completely different path. They didn't start with the banks, they started with the people. They built a massive digital ID system called Aadhaar for over 1 billion citizens. And the results? They're just staggering. I mean, look at this. It's not just about getting 105 banks on board. It's about enabling 1.6 billion banking transactions for people in the most rural, hard-to-reach places. It's literally bringing them into the modern economy. Of course, a system this powerful has a flip side. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's amazing for getting government aid to people efficiently. But on the other hand, if there's a glitch, if the system makes a mistake, the consequences can be truly devastating. We're talking about the most vulnerable people getting locked out of the very support they need to survive. It's a really powerful reminder that with great technology comes huge responsibility. Okay, so we've talked tech, we've talked policy, but what does all this really mean for everyday people, for you and me? Well, it really just boils down to this. It's about opening doors. Doors that for way too long have been locked shut for a lot of folks. This quote from Vrinda Gupta, wow, it really gets to the core of the issue.
She talks about watching her mom, an immigrant, dealing with the American financial system. And her mom was just terrified. Terrified that there was some hidden gotcha, some tiny mistake that could mess everything up for their family. So you see, this isn't just about getting access to a loan. It's about getting rid of that fear. It's about feeling confident and empowered with your own money.
And that is the huge opportunity with open banking. Suddenly, new companies can see a much clearer, real-time picture of someone's financial life. They can spot the needs of specific groups, women, certain professions, you name it, that the big traditional banks have just ignored for years. And then they can build products just for them, products that actually fit their lives. Okay, for a perfect example of this, check this out. Let's go to Brazil. You've got truck drivers who are on the road for like 20 days a month. How are they supposed to go to a bank branch? It's impossible. So now you have these new digital banks like Target Bank building an entire financial world specifically for them, all on their phone. We're talking no-fee accounts, insurance that actually covers their work, investment options. They can even order truck parts. It's exactly what we're talking about, seeing a need and building a solution for it.
So all of this is pointing to something much, much bigger than just banking. We're moving towards a future where you, not some big company, are in the driver's seat. A future where you control all of your personal data. Think of open banking as just the first domino to fall. The same idea is already growing into what people are calling open finance. So pretty soon you'll be able to connect your investment, pension, and insurance data too. But why stop there? The big vision is open data. Imagine securely sharing your energy bill data to instantly find a cheaper provider, or sharing some of your health data for truly personalized services. The key to all of this, of course, is that you are the one giving permission.
Now, for any of this open data stuff to actually work, there's one piece of the puzzle that is absolutely essential: a super secure, trusted way to prove you are who you say you are online. And if you want to see what that looks like, just look at Sweden. Their bank ID system is used by, get this, over 99% of adults. It's one single secure digital ID for everything: banking, taxes, you name it. That kind of digital identity is the foundation this whole future is built on. So when you put it all together, the new rules, the new tech, the new digital IDs, it's all pushing in the exact same direction. It's a massive shift of power away from the big institutions and back to us, the individuals. For really the first time, the keys to your own financial life, your own data, are being put right back into your hands. So the big question we're left with is, what are you going to do with it?